What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we're going to be doing Gorr, the God Butcher from Thor, Love and Thunder. So I'm on a landscape page, use pencil and eraser, hit pause if I go too fast, right? So we're going to start with his eyes, but we're going to start with his eyebrows more specifically, so his kind of frowning eyes, right? So center point of my page is about here. We'll go up, over to the right, and we'll just start with this frowning sort of forehead of his. So a real sort of wrinkly kind of guy as well. So we'll go curve it and go around, sort of down this way. Sort of up the back, right? Wrinkly sort of frown like that. And the other one, same sort of thing. Goes underneath his hood a little bit on this side, right? So we might have to raise some of this. So, but we'll stop it there. We won't go as long. We'll just stop it here. And like some wrinkles and like a frown line or something there. Okay, so then his eye in underneath this, so we go diagonal and back, and then another line here, the thin eyes underneath, like so, right? And you can add a tear duct. I doubt he cries, but we'll add a tear duct there, and then his iris and his pupil. So he's kind of looking up at us, right? So the eye will sort of curve around up to there, and then his pupil under there, and just make it black, right? Do the same thing on the other side, right? So the other eye up under here, tear duct. So it goes back that way. So like a little arrow pointing in there. And then the other side is down and in, like so. And like thin comes around underneath. And then the eye sort of looking up at us again, so you go around. Underneath the eyebrows, kind of like a half circle with the top kind of cut off, you know. And then the pupil, the same sort of thing, looking up at us. And like that, and then there could be some like eyelid lines and stuff around here. Right, so very wrinkly then. So, and he's got scars and stuff on his face, but we'll just do the wrinkles around his eyes first, like this kind of stuff. Real wrinkly. There's some scars coming down from this, but we'll just do this first. And some of that again will go underneath his hood, so we won't see all this. Right, like so. Before I do his scars, we'll get the features of his face in. So we've got kind of like wrinkly lines coming across his nose here, like so, and then the bridge of his nose will come down like the side like this. Kind of around the top here, right? So if you want, you can do the other side. Sometimes it's better to leave one side a little bit, kind of like that, right? This is like the bone in his nose, you know. So then his nose, real pointy, sort of down the bottom, right? So kind of comes around here, like that. Right, and then we got some nostrils coming out and around here. The same on this side. Like so. Maybe some like hatching just there. So when you're drawing noses, you know, sometimes like less is more. You don't have to like define everything. You know, you leave some gaps and stuff because, you know, it's kind of shaded in normally. So then his mouth, right? So down here, so we'll go, it's relatively flat, right? So it goes across, down the middle, up, and then across again. And then his sort of Cupid's bow, you know, that sort of, well, I think it's called Cupid's bow, sort of comes across like this. And then his bottom lip, just down here, like so. And again, sometimes like wrinkles and stuff on the lips and things can sort of define things a little bit. Maybe like a line just for his top lip, kind of there, like a broken sort of line. Because he does have all these sort of wrinkles, it seems. Kind of like that. And then like his chin, so he's got this kind of shadow underneath his lip, and then his chin sort of drawn in there. Right, speaking of chin, so we go down around and up here. So check your proportions, right? So nose, say like where his eyebrow would be to his nose is about the same as bottom of his nose to his chin. So like here to here is about the same as here to here. And then bottom of his nose to his bottom lip, sort of this area, is about the same as here to here. Right? So that's about halfway from here to here, roughly. Doesn't have to be exact. All right, but that's about where you want to be going, okay? And then his jaw will go up to there. Kind of disappears underneath. And then this side as well goes up. And it'll eventually disappear in underneath his hood there, right? And he does have these lines on his face, right? So there's these like wrinkles that come down around from his nose, and then like a cheekbone and stuff. Like so. So his hood, like I mentioned, so we've got like this bumpy sort of edge to this hood, and we'll just bring it the whole way down. It gets kind of straighter as we go down here. It disappears. We'll do the same sort of thing here. That one goes off that way, right? So, and I'll just erase any lines that we shouldn't see in here. So that's the line. I'll just get rid of this. Okay, so then those scars, right? So they're kind of like X's on his forehead. So I'll just draw them in first. So kind of like got this diamond inside, right? And then lots of these different sort of scar shapes. They kind of overlap one another as well in some parts. Like this. Another one up here, goes up underneath the hood. Kind of like that, okay? And then we've got like some more over here, like some big slashes. Raised up on his face. They all kind of seem to trail off underneath the hood then. Very kind of like that. And then he's got some wrinkles that come across his forehead, sort of here, right? So kind of just go across that way, this way. All along his forehead like that. And then some more scars and things coming down here. So like lots of this sort of wrinkly stuff. There, and then some more over here. Kind of there like that, and then texture them up. Yeah, you can add more wrinkles and stuff to his chin coming around. Sort of stuff here around his mouth and his lips, and make him as gnarly looking as you want. Okay. Right, so so he's got like, this hood is like overlapped, right? So it kind of comes across here, okay? And then the other side of it comes down kind of bumping down that way. And then in here we've got like some neck muscle anatomy stuff. So there. Something else coming across here, and then Adam's apple, roughly there. Right, and then just the rest of his robe then. So it's like the hood, top of his head is about there, right? So like roughly like here to here is about the same as here to here. Eyes to chin, about the same as eyes to, say where like the top of his skull would be. So it's a bit more. So here to here will bring you nearly to the top of the hood. It'll bring you to like maybe where the top of his skull is, and then there's like a little bit more. So this is roughly halfway between here and here, okay? And then you just go a little bit extra because it's like sitting on top of his head. And then this goes down. Goes in behind this, so it'll be like some bumps and stuff here. And then like an edge line just to that hood, right, that goes around nearly the whole way. Like that. And there might be like some edge lines, you know, some just directional sort of stuff. Some lines going diagonal this way. All coming down that. Lots of these wrinkles on his mouth. And then this comes down. And then the hood goes down the other side. Kind of seems to bump in here, hangs down like a little bit more. Bumps off that way. Like an edge again. Like so, and then his shoulder, so head width, right? So the width of his head, roughly, if you imagine where side of his face would be there, that'll bring you out to sort of the edge of his shoulder, right? So you want to bump it because he's got this kind of robe on. So it's all these fold lines. And it kind of goes out like that, and it'll have these bumps on the edge because this is all fabric. And you go the same, about head width, right? For a male character, right? So we'll go bumping and then fold out this way. It's roughly head width, and then lots of these fold lines, and then some fold lines coming across this way on this one. And some more of that texture here. Right. That's pretty much it. So you just thicken up some edge lines and stuff like that. But I think I'll leave it there. That is how to draw Gorr the God Butcher from Thor, Love and Thunder. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.